Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for June 9th, Wednesday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have a time for change call tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. 20 years from now, we will be more disappointed by the things we didn't do than by the ones we did do. So it's suggested to throw off the bow line, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain. You ask yourself, how are you doing so far? People ask you, how are you doing so far with your New Year's resolutions? Have you made any progress or followed through with any of them? It's not too late. Now is the perfect time to expand our horizons on what's possible. So today we're going to see if we can't upgrade your energy, improve your health, and enhance your clarity of focus, and make empowering changes in your life. So you kind of go, say to yourself, are you ready? Always ready. There's never a not ready. So over the next 48 hours, you're going to be mysteriously introduced to your own personal, magical, manifesting genie. This is an amazing force of nature and is going to appear to you in a unique form that is seen and heard just by you. And when you're ready, this amazing being is going to grant you any 3 wishes that your heart desires. So you might want to think about it. Stop and think about this right now. What are the 3 things that you really want to manifest into your life this year? Write them down in your phone. Here's the next big question. It's a doozy. The genie is going to ask you for something in exchange for granting these 3 wishes to come true. You're going to have to give up and let go of 3 bad habits that you know you need to let go of in your life to make room for these 3 deep, eternal, loving wishes. Do you know what you need to let go of? Reflect on it. Think about it. I think we all do. A bad habit can be anything. A few common examples are procrastination, excuses, negative self-talk. That's when we talk to ourselves negatively. Repetitive negative thoughts about the future. Substance addiction, with cigarettes, alcohol, recreational drugs, or farm drugs. And you might likely have an addiction to reaching for food whenever you're feeling emotionally uncomfortable or insecure. Or perhaps you have a habit of being unkind, unfriendly to someone that you care about. Take this moment to write down the 3 bad habits you need to let go of this year. Now, your genie knows you better than you know yourself. And your genie sees through your games, so you cannot lie. Deep down inside, you know what you should be doing differently. You know in your heart what is healing and what is hurting for you. Perhaps you've been in resistance to making this shift in your life for a very, very, very long time. Now is the time to dig in and shift gears. Think about it. Would you rather remain in this same old pattern, repeating a dead yet comfortable habit, repeating a dead yet comfortable habit that doesn't bring you joy? Or would you rather break free and step into some risky, unknown territory where a brand new experience of life can emerge? Now, we all know that for some of us, change can be scary. Yet not changing and remaining deeply stuck is even more frightening. So here's 5 practical, down-to-earth steps that will help you uproot the old and rebuild a new solid foundation that is guaranteed to manifest outrageous success this year. First one, open up to the feeling of completion with your past. Open up to the feeling of completion with your past. Take the time to clean up anything that is incomplete or unfinished from last year, because this will give you more energy to create new things this year. Incompletions drain energy and distract your mind. Look inside and see what is really bothering or haunting you. Some common incompletions are unsaid things that you want to communicate to a friend or a family member, an unfinished project at home or at work, or perhaps you are not following through on a commitment that you made to yourself. It could be anything simple, such as cleaning out your cupboards, closets, or office drawers. Find out what you feel incomplete with and make it happen. Then, get in touch with what really matters to you. What do you really value in this life? Why are you here on this planet? A great way of exploring this is to imagine that you only have 3 months to be alive. What would you want to experience during these 90 days? Another technique is to imagine that you are attending your own funeral. What do you want people to say about you? What do you want to be remembered for? Dig deep inside yourself and find out why you're here on the planet. Or, if that's too big a question, just ask yourself, why do you want to be here, and make that answer your life mission. Then make a list of super fun and exciting goals. Sailboat cannot leave the California harbor and reach Hawaii until it pulls up its anchor and charts out its course to the island. If you don't have a destination, your boat will remain at the dock your entire life, or drift aimlessly across the ocean unless you know exactly where you want to go. You can't discover paradise unless you know how to get there. So be smart and create goals for every idea of your life. Where do you want to be 1 year from now in your health, career, relationship, and love life? Be specific and decide exactly what you want to see manifest as if it was a movie on the big cinema screen. Write down each of your goals on your phone and look at it daily. This will help you keep on track whenever obstacles block your path. You can really, by being in the now, know in the now, and only know in the now, and create your future in the now. Create a mental picture of what you want to manifest. Your mind is programmed by imagery and pictures. You subconsciously do whatever you see yourself doing in your mind's inner eye. One exciting vision in your heart is all you need. One exciting vision in your heart is all you need. One way to create a picture for your mind to focus on is to create a manifesting dream board. The dream board contains cutouts of pictures, words. I'm sure some of you have done this. Scenes and things that you want to experience or manifest that are glued to a large piece of cardboard. More detailed description of how to create the most powerful and effective manifesting dream board, period, that you could possibly imagine. Now, it's each one of us. It's up to each and every single one of us to know who and what we are, to know that we can move energy into form 24/7, create it into reality. And here's the tricky one, what kind of paradise are you seeking? Are you the paradise, or do you need to create it? What type of paradise are you seeking? Are you the paradise, or do you need to create paradise? And this, talking about the normal, so-called normal direction on bringing things into focus and into view, is that everything that we ask for, we already have. It's been shifted for us. It's been flipped or twisted. So the opposite is what we all have been trained to seek. The opposite of everything that you desire, you already have. So the opposite of that is seek, go find it, get it, acquire it. Okay? When you have it all. Now, a lot of people will look at that and say, well, that's kind of strange. How can you have it all? I don't have it all. You look around. Do I have it all? Do I have everything I desire? Well, it's stuff. But we all deserve the best of everything on this planet. So we have all these things that we want. So we're not used to just intending and then letting it go. Intending, not fixating on it, not expecting, and not having attachment. That's easier said than done, because we inherently will gravitate towards attachments and expectations. They'll creep in from the ego mind. Especially now, since we're in this great, grand, magical transformation on this planet. So it is imperative that we move with the understanding, that we choose to, that we are the manifestation. We are everything that we desire. I'm not talking about the body. We're talking about the God within the body. So if you understand that the universe is you and you're the universe, and the universe is your best friend, and everything, it doesn't matter what it is, whatever it is you desire, in high energy and high vibrational frequency. I should add that. So what it is that you desire, you already have it, but you haven't discovered it. See? And this is why we were trained to seek outside of ourselves for everything. All the time, we're trained to seek that which we desire outside of ourselves. Now, years ago, I used to take magnets, and I'd play with magnets, and it was just a reminder of opposing forces. So you can take one magnet, a positive and negative, and you try to put them together, and you cannot. I mean, it's like it's almost like you're on some kind of a greased board or something, but you have these two magnets, and you're trying to stick them together, and they push away from each other. It's very powerful. Well, if you could visualize that with the two magnets, you take two horseshoe magnets, right? And you're sitting there with your right and left hand, and you're holding one and the other, and then you try to push them together. You want to connect them. But no matter how hard you try, they slip off. They will not connect. They will not. And that is very similar to how we fight ourselves and the universe from delivering to us what we desire or want. Because we get in the way. Now, a lot of times we aren't consciously aware that we get in the way. And we get frustrated because we have these expectations. When's this going to happen? I intended it. I don't understand why it's not happening. Things are pretty up in the air here. I've got to have some concrete stuff to put together. See how we get hurried? See, because we get fearful and we get hurried. So when we get fearful, we get hurried. And so you say to yourself, why am I hurried? What is it that I'm creating for me? Well, you're creating fear of the unknown, fear that things aren't going to work out. Fear, it gets challenging for most of us. Because while we do this, we're blocking the very thing that we desire. We're worried, right? If something's not going to happen when we want it to happen, or this isn't going to happen, or why is this not happening? And it's a constant, it's like an avalanche of ego mind interjecting all of these lower vibrational frequency thoughts. And then we get irritated with ourselves and angry. Then we start getting hard on ourselves and so on and so forth. So how do you understand that you know that everything that you desire, you already have? Now, okay, you don't have it physically. But all you have to do is turn the lights on, which means you intend it to the universe and you let it go. You don't worry about it. You don't wonder about it. You don't visit it over and over again, fixate on it. You just let it go because you know through your heart, not your head, that the universe is working on it, and it will surface in perfection, always in a perfect timing, period. Have you ever desired something and yet got something other than what you desired, and then you found out that what you did get and other than what you desired was several times more than you could imagine of what you did originally desire? Have you ever had that happen? I think we all have, at one time, shape, form, or another. But when we do that, it doesn't click for us. A lot of us don't. It doesn't. Instead go, wow, universe, you outdid yourself on this one. And all of us have that natural state of being. We have that power, all of us. It's not like, oh, well, they can do this, and why can't we do this? We all have that. We don't have gods within us in these bodies, so why wouldn't we be able to command whatever it is we desire? There's no reason why we wouldn't. But it's always that insensate, it's the ego mind that comes in that wants to control everything. And that's where the doubt and the fear and the anxiety and the worry comes flooding in. If you told somebody something and they go, well, what are you going to do? You go, well, I'm just going to go with the flow. What? That's crazy. Aren't you worried? No. The universe has got this, always got my back, so I just don't worry about it. Why would I worry about it? And see, that's where the trust comes in. Hey, that's a toughie. That's where we really choose, are we going to trust the universe or not? And you'll know when you trust the universe is because you just really, there's no issues. You're not disturbed, worried, or freaked out about anything. You know that the universe is working on it, and it'll be there in perfect timing. And here's another thing. This life, when we don't know we're creating certain things to challenge ourselves, this life will send things to us that we experience so that we can be tested on our trust of the universe. In these meditations, we talk about the chakras, right? And we talk about blocking. So our survival, right, is blocked by our fear. So the fear that is generated, where does that come from? It comes from the mind and the ego, not the heart. Heart's the opposite. And whatever it is that the universe sends your way, and it gets to you, you have asked for it. There's no exceptions. It really isn't for any of us. Whenever anything is sent to you from the universe, you've asked for it. It might not have been that you were aware of it, but you asked for it. It's like when you say that to yourself, when you're always saying to yourself, or verbally to others, I don't want this to happen, I don't want that, I don't want this, I don't want that to happen, I don't want this to happen, I don't want that to happen. I sure as heck don't want this to happen. And it happens. Because you're asking the universe, you're focused, because remember, you move energy into form all the time. All of us do. So when you're focused on something, you may not be aware of it, but when you say that, what we're focused on, what you don't want, you get. And a lot of us don't figure that too well, because We just think it's some dark cloud or bad luck, right? All along we're creating it, and we think it's external. So then when you start to understand that, you're a lot more clear from the perspective where you say, okay, so I'm going to focus on, from now on, I'm going to focus on what I do want. And I'm not going to fixate on it, and I'm not going to have expectations, and I'm not going to have these gripping attachments. Because when you attach yourself to something, you begin to suffer. Why is that? And it doesn't mean you don't enjoy it, because you enjoy it, but you know that it's temporary. See what I mean? You know it's temporary. So we come into these bodies, we experience the physical world, we accumulate, we enjoy, we interact, we struggle, we challenge, so on and so forth. But eventually we know that it's temporary, so we enjoy it as much as we can because we know it isn't permanent. See? So therefore we appreciate things so much more because we know they're temporary. So everything you desire, everything that you want in your life is temporary, but it's fun. Why is it temporary? Well, right now, when you leave the body, that's there, it's gone. You don't take it with you. It's all temporary. Everything is in this physical life. It's all temporary. So when we begin to understand that, then we start having a field day asking the universe and saying, universe, this is what I would like. Period. And you do it through the heart mind, and you leave it. You just leave it alone because you have unmovable trust in the universe that it will deliver. Also, you also know that when you get into the I don't want mode, you'll know that you're sending and moving energy into form, create it in reality, and the universe will send you what you don't want. Now, it's all about us becoming more and more clear about who and what we are, and that what we desire, we can have. It isn't a complicated thing. It is automatic with all of us, and just haven't exercised it correctly. You put the intent, you leave it alone, and that's it, because you already know you've moved energy in form. And if you want to give it a boost, you just say, I know it's on its way. I'm not concerned about when. I'm not concerned about how at all, because I know it's on its way. And you just reaffirm that with yourself, and that's it. Now, the ego mind will come in and just start picking at you and start saying, well, you think this is realistic on what you want. You see how that happens, see? And then we start talking. I don't know, maybe I'm being selfish or greedy. You see those things come in from the ego mind, and they start diffusing us, and then they start causing us to wander over into the lower dark matter frequencies, surround matter frequencies, where we start doubting. We start doubting, right? And then we start worrying, and then we start questioning the universe. That's how we end up stopping the endless flow of wealth and abundance to each and every one of us. That's how we do it. But see, we've been taught to work our fingers to the bone, to struggle, to climb, to scrape, to get to whatever the top means. Okay? That's what we're taught. That's what we're taught to do. And that's all ego. So we're moving out of the ego and the mind, and it's our choice to do so. They're not bad. They're not enemies. In fact, they can be really good allies as long as you're consciously aware of them and you know how they operate. But all of us are magnets. And we are not opposing magnets. See, we aren't opposing ourselves. Where no matter what we do, we can't bring those two magnets together. Now, you balance the polarity of that magnetic field, and they just draw to each other, right? And you've used a magnet, a real powerful one probably, where you get it even near anything metal and it pulls your whole body. It wants to connect to that field, to that surface. It wants to draw. And that's what we are. It doesn't dissipate. It doesn't, and the only way we can interrupt it is if we reverse the polarity and then we have two opposing forces trying to connect with each other. You, right, desiring and wanting. The universe always wanting to give. But yet you don't have the trust in the universe for it to deliver to you. And that's what happens. That's how we get into that process, so to speak. And when we discover that, and we don't sweat it anymore, and we, from the heart mind, we just send it out. This is what I would like, and I appreciate. Thank you very much, and then you move on. Just let it go. Now things will come into you, and you'll be drawn to visit it again. See, you'll be drawn to visit it again, and then say, this just seems to be taking a lot longer than I thought. As soon as you start doing that, you block it. See what I mean? That should give you a real clear idea of what kind of level of trust that each of us can embrace and choose to embrace, instead of being doubting Thomases, where we just are doubting it. We start doubting it, say, because it comes in that, maybe this is silly, it doesn't work. This is going to happen. What am I going to do? See, then it starts to spiral down, and we block it more. So you can, there's times that you can show the universe, if you care to, that you're sincere about your projected deliverance of your desire, and so you can act upon certain things so the universe knows that you're on track with receiving what you've asked for. Because after all, guys, doesn't it all boil down to that for us? Whether it's an emotional desire that we have, whether it's a physical thing that we desire, a spiritual, there's so many different avenues that when we desire things. But aren't we always desiring? Aren't we always wanting something? And see, that's part of us moving we get to a point where we're in contentment. We're content. We really don't desire anything. See, that this is where the transition is strongest that takes place. We begin to realize is that since we have everything, we don't need anything. Now you imagine this civilization becoming awake to the extent where it knows this, where each of us know it. It's not ego, or it's not ego mind, it's heart mind. We all know it. We just do it. Alice intends something, and then it shows up for her. Bob intends something, and it shows up for him. And then we begin to realize as a civilization that this is effortless. It's the way it was designed to be. It was never designed to be scraping and debilitating and stressful and, all of those low frequencies that we're so steeped in. And lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies try to keep us there. You could wake up in the morning and start smiling, and I'm serious. But you do it through the heart mind. You just smile for no reason, and it changes your whole energy field. We just have been so conditioned to exist outside of ourselves. We really have. And the exciting part is that I think more and more people are discovering this. The fact is that I've had people say, I have spent way too long outside of myself. And to know that your home is within. That's your true home. The home is the God that you are. It's not a building, right? It's not a bed. The home is the God within that you truly are. So this is something that we choose to do. We aren't forced to do it. We choose to do it. We choose to become uplifting for ourselves. And that's why I always say it's all about you. It's not about anybody else. It's got to be about you. All aspects of yourself. Discovering parts of yourself that you might not even have paid any attention to. Without judgment. See? Without debasing yourself. With being kind and gentle with yourself and loving with yourself. This is how we get our ship straight. So then when we interact with others, we know who the others are. Their gods are in them just like your God's in you. We aren't looking at their body weight, the color of their hair, any of that. We're drawn to the God within them. And this is all about us transforming ourselves into our natural state of being, finally, once and for all, instead of being trapped in this artificial world, being incessantly led to believe that we are nothing, that we aren't powerful, that we have no authority over ourselves, that we can't think for ourselves, we can't govern ourselves, we can't do anything for ourselves, therefore we need external authority to do it for us. And I think that is dissipating at a very rapid pace. You know, I talk to a lot of people and they say my intention is that I experience total peace and contentment. And then when I experience that, then I will affect others to do the same, just by being around them. See, people will sense when you're at peace, when you have total trust and faith in the universe. I guarantee you that. And they may not verbalize it, and they may not know why they feel that way. But when you walk into a group of people, a room, or you're interacting with people, and you're on that understanding with yourself that you know who and what you are, you're God within the body. All the material stuff is superfluous. But you know you're the God in the body. It makes a huge difference. Massively different. Does that make sense? Instead of just knocking our bodies to pieces, trying to seek outside of ourselves, that we go within, we stay within. And some people think, well, that means I'll just lose contact with my outside. Well, no. It'll be 10 times better. Because you will not be controlled by it anymore. You'll be guided by the God that you are. And see this in this meditation, in the quiet time. Every intention sets energy into motion, whether we are conscious of it or not. Yurizuko. Every intention sets energy into motion, whether we are conscious of it or not. When you repeat the intention, like you can consciously choose a particular future outcome that you wish to manifest. And you can decide through a powerful statement or affirmation that this is or better is now, this or better is coming your way. And if you repeat this intention with strong positive emotion behind it, it becomes a powerful manifesting magnet for attracting and creating this desired outcome to you. And the more often that we repeat the affirmation, whatever it may be that we form for ourselves, resonating with it, and even ever deepening positive feeling, the faster and easier our desired result will manifest for us. The difference between repeating an affirmation and a manifesting mantra is all about where the energy is coming from. Affirmations are simply positive statements that are not yet emotionally aligned with the intention and consciousness found within the magical manifesting mindset, because we have a magical manifesting mindset. There's still a belief in separation from the universal source and a feeling of disconnection from our natural manifesting ability. Deep down, affirmations are coming from a place of faith, desire, and lack, and not fully believing that every thought and feeling is physically creating our reality in each living moment of our lives. Now, the mantra is born out of the acceptance that we are naturally manifesting magnets. We are constantly creating our own enlightened or unenlightened experience of this life. So the mantra vibrates with the feeling that we are the masters of our reality. And this mindset can evolve out of the playground from using daily positive affirmations, and yet it holds a more powerful, advanced, and effective approach to manifesting because it knows deep down that we are the most powerful, magical, and magnetic beings in this entire universe. We can turn typical positive affirmation into a manifesting mantra by speaking it out loud, not just from the head, but letting it reverberate from the heart, belly, and soul out into every direction in the universe. This happens naturally by first getting in touch with the most magical manifesting feeling we can find inside ourselves. And when we speak the positive affirmation in the universe, from that magical space, a magical feeling arises. A manifesting mantra is magical because it is built on trusting the universe is supporting us on the most intimate, loving levels. It is affirming that everything in this life, right, is happening for us, not to us. We are not victims of our lives, yet the conscious co-creators of everything in it. Through consciously repeating a manifesting mantra inside, we are training the aura around our body to participate in this magical manifesting mindset. This allows us to co-creatively move deeper into the present moment, which allows us to become more aware of the fact that we are super powerful manifesting beings in our world. If we repeat a manifesting mantra one time, it can have a more powerful effect than repeating an affirmation 100 times. If we repeat a manifesting mantra one time, it can have a more powerful effect than repeating an affirmation 100 times. The crop that we harvest from the manifesting mantra all depends on the quality of emotional, mental, and energetic soil the affirmation is being planted in. Planting affirmations in fields of trust, relaxation, joy, gratitude, and abundance will only result in a rich, full crop at the end of the season. Consistent daily use of a manifesting mantra will transform your life on a deeper energetic level, creating even higher vibrations and a more powerful magnetic auric field around your body. Its repetition is fine-tuning the feeling of living each moment in the manifesting mindset. Continuous practice of this manifesting mantra meditation will create a powerful manifesting mindset, increase your consciousness about your environment and what you are attracting into it. This gentle awareness generates a feeling of being deeply connected to this universe and an understanding that we are in a constant, intimate exchange with it, continuously co-creating our unique version of reality. Always remember deep in your heart that all is well and everything is unfolding as it should. There are no mistakes anywhere at any time. What appears to be wrong is simply your own false imagination, and that's all. Robert Adams. And the goal of a manifesting mantra is not to focus. It's not so focused on attaining our ego's desires, yet it's more about becoming the living master of our mind and our lives. If you are like most people, you are facing many difficult experiences in life each day, which can make you feel trapped, limited, powerless, and stuck fighting an inner battle with your negative thoughts and feelings. The inner conflict that we experience is blocking our creativity, love, trust, connection to Source, and stopping us from magnetizing more positive, abundant experiences to us. By resonating with the power behind our manifesting mantra, it becomes like a great fire from the sun that will burn through these blocked feelings and limiting beliefs hiding inside us all. New neuron connections, chemical pathways are created in the brain by using a manifesting mantra. You physically begin creating new pathways for these trapped negative emotions to find a way through. The manifesting mantra will pave a new path where your mind can more easily perceive the unlimited positive possibilities awaiting in your future. The secret to discovering the power within your manifesting mantra is embracing the fearful or negative vibrational mess that you're currently in. Embracing it, becoming more conscious of the battle going on inside you, causes a new awareness to form on what's needed to transcend it. Through embracing our darkness, we are forced to own the fact that we are powerful manifesting magnets and consciously increase our positive emotional energy and vibration. Once we start devoting more time to being conscious of which thoughts, feelings, or magnetic field we are creating around us, we can find the positive within the negative and free our bodies from its energetic entrapment. One challenge you might find in this manifesting path is that the ego will tend to have very strong preferences on what should or shouldn't happen in your life. The mind can get addicted and attached to ideas about what it means to be successful, loving, and what desirable outcomes should only look like. This is where the power of the manifesting mantra comes into play. The consciousness created from using a manifesting mantra cannot experience undesirable results. It only knows being at peace with what is, honoring the magical manifesting being that you truly are. The more often you use a manifesting mantra, the more conscious you become of what the mind is thinking. And this allows you to one day become totally free from your mind, unattached to all outcomes, accepting the totality of life as it is and living in such a high vibrational state, the totality of life, and living a high vibrational state. You can only attract positive things to you. Only. And when the mind attempts to fall into fear or worry, the magical manifesting energy comes in and says, oh, well, this too shall pass, and allows those negative thoughts to move by like clouds through the open sky. By using a manifesting mantra in your life, in your daily life, you'll naturally be able to relax, trust, and that many positive situations are coming your way. The mantra expands your body's aura to the point where you're tapping into an infinite number of possible positive outcomes. This is where you start attracting the most juicy life experiences and serendipitous, synchronistic outcomes. The mantra trains your brain and body to accept this as an all-loving, magical universe, and just by repeating this idea inside, causes your vibration right now to skyrocket. In a short time, the most desirable outcomes will fall into your lap, as you will be becoming a super powerful manifesting magnet for attracting every single thing that you want. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And the first thing that we desire to do, that we want to do, is relax our bodies. It all starts there for all of us. And it is our choice. No one is really going to make you relax your body. Only you can do that. And how do you relax your body? You let go. You let go of fears, worries, stresses, anxieties. That's the ego mind. They serve you no good. They block your manifesting powers. They block your aura. They block your energy flow. They keep you in prison. Why would we keep them? So we let them go. All of them fall off. And if we kind of think that, well, no, we'll leave them alone. No, they'll go away. They'll go away on their own. I'm not going to mess with them. No. But if we turn and we embrace them all, they just vanish. You ask yourself, why am I fearful of this? What the heck am I fearful about? I'm an immortal being inside this body. Why in the heck would I be fearful about this? Well, fearful of losing the body. Why? Why? You're an immortal spiritual being. I mean, you're God force, love, light, energy. Your intentions are so powerful. You create anything you desire, even bad things. So you let it all go, and the body automatically responds and relaxes. The body is not. It's not thinking. It's not concerned. See, it's not worried when you let all this go. And as soon as the body relaxes and is in that stage of relaxation, you automatically move into the now. And the now is all we all really have. We don't have a past. Yeah, sit there, you have a past. I don't have a past. Everything, the past is dead. There isn't anything there anyway. Yeah, sure, I've experienced things in the now, which are now the past. And sometimes I reminisce, and I'll, go over things that I've experienced, and a lot, very pleasant, enjoyable. Puts a smile on my face. Of course, not all of them are that way. But, we don't stay in the past. We visit, yeah. But, it's like visit, you have your memories. Why would you go into the past? Some of us will go in the past, we'll just sit there and stay there. And then we end up dragging it into a future that doesn't exist, create that future from that past, or relive that past in that future. That's why a lot of people, they're always saying to themselves that they seem to end up in the same place, no matter what they do. And some of us will go into a future we're creating in the now. It's our intent on how the future is going to be for us, see? It's how we intend it, without attachments and without expectations. You see how it all connects, how it falls into place? It's like a roadmap to discovering who and what you are, and then exercising who and what you are. So when we move into the now, we still our mind. We still our minds and our egos. What does that mean? It means that we step outside of them. We're not interacting with them. We don't have all that noise and that chatter, tens of thousands of thoughts coming at us all the time, because we aren't there. And this way we watch the mind and the ego, subconscious mind, and we see how they operate. We aren't judging, we're learning. And this is how we learn how to master them. Whenever the ego mind comes in and you're in the heart mind, all you say is, and you're in an affirmation or a mantra, you say, ego, mind, you're not in charge here. I love you, but you're not in charge here. And then they dissipate. And every time they try to come in, that's you basically keep saying that. If you have to say it 1,000 times a day, or more, or less. It's for us to discover once and for all, finally, that this civilization will discover that it is the God. That we manifest anything we desire. We don't have to visit it often and stress about it and worry about it. We just send it, affirm it, and let it go. And have the deep trust in the universe that whatever it is that you've sent to desire, the universe knows the best. And the universe may deliver you something that you had no idea about, that you intended, but you had no idea that it was going to be so wonderful, far beyond what you could ever imagine. The universe knows exactly, knows you better than you. Now, how do we still the mind? We move into the now, right? How do we stay in the now? The space between heartbeats, moment to moment. Our breath, our divine positive energy. Why is it divine and positive? The soul enters the body comes online, everything starts powering up. It's like the soul is this power source of the body. So the body plugs into the soul, or the soul plugs the body, and comes online. So the lungs start producing oxygenated air, oxygen, and it sustains the body that holds the kingdom of God. You. So we are heaven on this earth. The soul, the body, the divine positive energy, the breath. So every single time that we wander off with thoughts that mostly aren't ours, we're consciously aware. We say, it's just no big deal. I'll just focus on my breath and I'll be in the now. The now is so peaceful. It's so graceful. There's no chatter. There's no stress, anxiety, or fear. It is complete, total, heart-minded confidence, truth and trust. Truth and trust in yourself, the God that you are. Truth and trust in the universe. So, understanding literally that we are heaven on this earth, and that we have this energy flow through these bodies, and the energy flow is through 7 chakras, through the tailbone to the top of the head. These are wheels of light. They're etheric, spiritual, not physical. You don't touch them, pick them up, and juggle them. And you, the God within that body, flows through those energy vortexes. Everyone's a different color. Okay? Everyone has a different function. But you, the God, flow through them. This is how the body is powered. And these energy flows through these energy conduits, these wheels of light, these chakras, and it branches out to all your emotions, right? All of your biologics, the whole body, emotionally and physically, and spiritually. That's how amazing these energy vortexes, these wheels of light are. And what happens if we don't know them? Or the ego mind, oh, those don't exist. That's all a bunch of poppycocks, all made up. It's just garbage, right? Crap. That's the ego mind. And your divine positive energy, your breath flows through them too. We're like an energy fountain. So the energy flows up above our heads and back down around to the tailbone, back up and over and up and over and up and over. We're these perpetual energy fountains. And when you know the chakras, as we do in all these meditations, you begin to understand is that, this one's blocked. Why is this one blocked? Well, your root chakra, your red wheel of light, what happens when it's blocked? Well, it's your survival. It's your food, your finances, and everything. But it's blocked by fear. And it's a proven fact in experimentations and incidences throughout time where when someone is in panic or fear and others are calm and in confidence, who survives? Right? So your God force, love, light, energy cannot go through when that chakra, you have fear of your survival. And it goes all the way up. That's the red wheel of light. Then we have the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra. And we learn from these, and that's our sexuality and our pleasure as blocked by guilt. And we've all been there, where everything's wonderful, things are falling into place, it's a phenomenal day, and afternoon, evening, and we're just in bliss. We are just besides ourselves because we're so giddy and excited about what a wonderful, everything is just flowing. And then, of course, the ego mind comes in and ruins the party and tries to tell you that you don't deserve to be this happy all the time. Okay, it's all right once in a while, but it's going to leave you. You're not going to be able to experience this all the time. And that's a lie. So the guilt. And then the yellow wheel of light, which is the solar plexus chakra. It deals with our willpower. It's blocked by shame. You see, once we understand the geographics of this, and the emerald green wheel of light deals with our ability to love, blocked by grief. And when we know this, and we are the God running through these chakras, through the body, and then, we have the blue wheel of light, which is the throat chakra, which is communication and truth, is blocked by lies. The indigo wheel of light, third eye chakra, deals with our insight and is blocked by illusion. And then the violet wheel of light, the crown chakra, this deals with our direct connection to the gods that we are. And it's blocked by ego attachment. So when our egos are in control, we don't connect with the gods we are. We connect with the ego. And we're attached to the ego. You see how all this happens? It's just us not being aware, not choosing to be aware of why our lives are the way they are. So we can bring this energy, the divine positive energy, our breath, the God force love light energy up through these energy vortexes, and this perpetual fountain, and we can hold it up there. We are one, we are God, we are love. And compress and condense it into pure liquid energy, pour it over our pineal glands. Now, none of us have fully functioning, fully operating, healthy, vibrant pineal glands. Yeah, they're functioning. They're operating, but at a low keel. And they're important to us while we're in these physical forms because they connect us to all the particles of existence. Through them, we'll learn how to be in many places at the same time. So you can view the pineal gland however you view it through your heart, mind, motion picture. I see it as a green ball, rosebud. And when I pour this energy over it, it instantaneously transforms into this massive rose of multicolored petals. And just an absolute beautiful fragrance. And it sends out these shimmering waves constantly that saturate me, penetrate me, just soak me. Not like water. This is a soaking of energy. And then I discover that it fills me with the highest of the highest high and deepest, purest, eternal love, gratitude and peace, and it just continues. And it is me. It is the God that I am. The rose is me. I'm the rose, the God. And these bodies, our heart mind, our ego mind, our subconscious mind, our higher self, our soul, our spirit, the God, pure consciousness. We're all one. And not to ever forget or deny yourself the fact that you're heaven on earth. We all are. And when we become consciously aware of that through the heart mind, the soul's to heaven, the body is the earth. And every step we take on this planet, we're creating paradise. Those who are not awake yet don't see that. In fact, they don't even pay attention to it. We see it every step we take. You'd be amazed if you focused. Take one step, and watch what happens. And we shine our light. 360 degrees all over the planet, flooding everybody, all of our brothers and sisters, inside and out, whether they're awake or asleep, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, transcending all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies, bringing the higher and higher and higher vibrational frequencies of deep, pure, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. It's a paradise. And our God Force Love Light Energy, it expands out continuously. It's not just contained here. It expands out through eternity. You, each of us, affect 8 million people, each of us. And we're fully awake, consciously aware of who and what we are, through the heart mind. Stop telling yourself through the ego mind that you are not powerful, that you are not a manifesting machine, that you are insignificant, so on and so forth. A planet, a God paradise planet. Isn't that our intent? Because we're beginning to discover that we are the gods within the body and not the body. And we're beginning to discover that our manifesting power is unlimited. Now, we're all part of each other. Now, some parts of us, the collective consciousness, the one God, are asleep. Others aren't. So we seek the parts of us that are awake. Like right in this now, the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. The ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua. Many, many, many more. The archangels, they're a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. We don't see them like we see ourselves, but we meet with them. Happen, just kind of it could be anyone, anywhere, a stranger, and you meet with them. And it dawns on you after you've met with them. You say to yourself, in a lot of cases, that had to have been an angel. And they have the same message, it's just delivered in many different ways. Isn't it absolutely mega glorious to be alive in these bodies? To taste, to smell, to laugh, to cry, to live. And then you move into bliss. And they can surround any one of us in the tens of thousands because of their vibrational frequency. They can hold a large number in a small area. That's more bliss. Ascended masters have mastered ascension into physical form. and out of physical form and hold pure consciousness God form. We are mastering physical form, and we are creating our experiences to perfect our creation. And some of us will learn enough so that we recognize the fact that when we choose to leave these bodies, we will know that we are the light. We always have been, always will be, ever beyond and forever. Why would we follow the light when we are the light? Now, both the archangels, seraphim, cherubim archetypes, the ascended masters, they are with us under the understanding that they are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And they are both with us consciously. So we reach out to the off-worlders, the galactics, the celestials. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And be with us in this now, this meditation, forming this circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're all familiar with the smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, and many, many, many more. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution. Enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they are with us now consciously. And we call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be in the following forms on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. Now, our eyes only see 1% of what is. And yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. Now, these light energy beings are housed in everything. Ourselves, all animals, all things. And there are numbers that you can't even count. There's so many. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with are the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Many, many, many more. And all of them are with us now consciously. We have so many civilizations on this planet. More underneath than on the surface. Just to name a few, we have the hollow earth, inner earth, Agartha, beneath earth. All these different civilizations. Yet even they, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this meditation and this now. And the absolute liberation of this planet and civilizations of it. And they're in the billions, and they're consciously with us now. We're all parts of each other. We're all teachers and students with each other, endlessly. And it doesn't matter if you're a soul or a soul in the body. It's to be aware of who and what you are, whether in the body or outside the body. And you are, all of us are, the God. the source of all. Just like those who are our loved ones in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, even future lifetimes. But if they aren't awake, if they aren't consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, they can't be with us in this meditation because they aren't awake. Only those that are awake. Those are parts of us. We're all one. We always have been, always will be, ever, beyond, and forever. Separation is the illusion. So we all are together in full compassion, in non-negativity, non-ego, non-judgment, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. And we're all God. And we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, this now. This light emanates from the God source within each and every single one of us. It is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It'd take 1,000 trillion suns to even come close to its brilliance. This is the highest of the highest high, pure, deep, eternal love, and we are flooding this planet inside and out, head to toe with it. We're soaking it. You can see the ascension is in full swing for those who are awake. The transition from 3D to 5D is in motion. We begin to ascend above this planet. And as we do, we're met with this massive ocean of glitter everywhere. It's reflecting everywhere. It's like trillions of laser beams flashing back and forth, bouncing off all of us, gathered here, hundreds of millions of us on and off world. And we see these, we go to the points of reflection, which are tiny, microscopic, little tiny etched mirrors. We go into the mirrors, we discover that we are all teaching and learning from each other, consciously and unconsciously. 24/7, never stops. Always learning. We're always students and teachers with ourselves, with each other, back and forth. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We're then met with the white fire. This is the column of light that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with a white fire armor, not a knight armor. And it emanates from the gods within us. We are protected 24/7 with this vibrational energy field. And so no demon possession, no attachments, no possessions, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. They vaporized. They came close to us. Yet, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, anger, greed, hurried, envy, worry, stress, fear, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to now allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with a purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of those lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance. We can send them to pure consciousness where they are vaporized and no more. We are then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, and we can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony of the highest high of deep, pure, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the sun, the sunlight. The sun sets, the sun rises. We are the rain and the rainbows. We are the skies, the clouds. We are the trees, the forests. We are all the animals, all the soils, all the oceans, rivers, lakes, and streams. We are everything, and everything is us. So the next time you see this magnificent sunset or sunrise or beautiful sky, whatever it may be that you lay your eyes upon, it is you. You're the beauty. You're the divineness. You're the perfection. You're the majesty. You're the awe. We continue to descend above this planet, and as we do, some of us step outside our physical forms and hover effortlessly above them. If we're carrying physical form, why do we do this? Because we can do it. We come into full contact with this massive crystalline light tower. It sits center circle. It is larger than the solar system. In the center of it, we see this massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is a golden white ball of light. It is surrounded by massive rings, colored rings of light. And they're all sending vibratory mists soaking us all. And the golden white ball of light, absolute, pure, deep, eternal love. And then pure, deep, eternal gratitude in the rings. Pure, deep, eternal peace, well-being, great wealth, great prosperity, abundance, bliss, joy, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, tranquility, benevolence. It's unending, and it is us. The ball of light and the rings are us, and we are them. At the top of this crystal light tower, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing with us right now, eternally, flooding us all head to toe, inside and out, with the highest of the highest high, deep, pure, eternal love. You can see and feel this through your heart mind. It's absolutely spectacular to witness. All of us are drops of this golden ocean. We hold the essence of this golden ocean, and the golden ocean is the drops, and the drops are the golden ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere. It's at center circle, along with the column. It holds over 1,400 of our meditations in perpetual motion. Hundreds of millions of us gathered every day, on and off world. This is in perpetual motion of all of these highest of highest high intent, these mantras, right? Flooding us all, nonstop. Brilliant, loving light, saturating everything. This is why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. And you can feel it through the heart-mind whenever you choose, 24/7. It is always there. There is no such thing as a person. There are only restrictions and limitations. The sum total of these defines the person. The person merely appears to be, like the space within the pot appears to have the shape and volume and smell of the pot. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out.
take an easy breath in through the nose. And easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. Those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. Nitsky. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, to the following morning. And we will return here. Thursday, June 10th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. We continue our global guided meditation call. And we will return here tonight at 9 p.m. for our Time for Change call.